Good morning, everybody. Welcome to House and Garden Clipper episode 150. We are going to go decide what we need to do today. We have finished a house yesterday and sold it for a fairly good profit. And now we need to just get in and choose the next place. I think we've only got about half a dozen houses left, maybe, before we actually finish working our way through. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, close to a dozen. There we go. Alright, so the moon base is 482, which wouldn't really leave us enough to renovate it. So I might have to go through another house and sell it before we have enough to play with that. But we're getting closer. So I think what we'll do is we'll just take this place off the board as well. And just stay where we are, but I'll leave my funding at that level, and we might just go in and do a nice simple flip today. I might just do the variable woman's house. I'm just trying to remember if this is the one that I managed to sell to the real estate agent the first time through. Oh well, he's interested. Norwegians would like an in-home sauna. Okay, I will take his word for that. He's the third from the top. I still haven't sold a Chang Chua. And the Johnsons, actually, who do we have that we haven't sold to? In our buyers list, so Johnsons, so Chang Chua I think is the only one left, but I could be wrong. Giorgio Shanwa, Jack Tarrington, Jimmy Trader. No, we managed to sell something to him. He was a pain to sell to. Jan Tart family, Raphael Urco likes our houses a lot. Okay. And these guys won't come into it. Alright, so it looks like next bunker we do, we're going to try for Maria Kolkowski. She's actually fairly hard to pin down because Ted around likes the same things she does. So the only person we haven't sold to is Chang Chua. And to be honest, I don't like my chances, but we'll give it a shot. He doesn't like saunas though, so that's fine. Who have we got? The Smoth family, of course, so there must be a decent kitchen in the place. Dolan Trask, Jack Tarrington, and the Johnsons. I'm actually tempted to try for either Jack Tarrington or the the student, or Jack Tarrington is what I'm trying to say. I'll get there eventually. If you guys have a preference for any of the buyers, let me know. And I'll see what I can do. Like I said, I don't like my chances with the student. I can't remember how I managed to sell it to him last time. I do remember it was with a house I didn't expect. So I'm just going to very quickly take out the weeds and get a bit familiar with the garden. Which garden we will do is dependent on who I manage to sell it to, as usual. I like to kind of suit the garden to the person rather than the other way around. So the arts person I'll tend to go for an English garden with. The businessman and the playboys. The businessman I tend to go for a modern garden. Same with Jimmy Trader. With Jack Tarrington, the Johnsons and the Smoths, I tend to go for an an American garden. So this space would lend itself to any of these. We probably just have a narrow path coming up the side here. I'll leave the trees in till I know what sort of garden I'm doing. And we are almost done. We are done. There it is. The daisies didn't want to be pulled out. They wouldn't be so yellow, right? Okay, let's get the outside clean. So your buyers, regardless of what you do to your garden, your buyers will always respond to having nice clean exterior. So it's just always good to make sure that you get that done. This is a pretty clean house to start with. I'm suspecting most of the dirt that I'm trying to clean is on the inside. So, oops. Things are getting drenched that might not otherwise be drenched. Alright, this doesn't look like a very dirty house. Just makes me wonder what the inside is going to be like. There we go. Okay, that pretty much solves that problem. Everyone's whining about how much of a mess there is. And speaking of messes, let's just get it done. Roaches. No worries. We will deal with them. They will soon be out of here. And bench tops. Alrighty, I know it says E for vacuum cleaner. I always think it's E for eviction, because that's precisely what we're going to do to these guys. Out of here. There goes our roach nest. Oops, we are not building any walls at the moment. So let's just have a bit of a look at the layout. So we have a kitchenette living room, which will make the real estate agent happy, and the Smoth family and the Johnson family. But having said that about the, oh my goodness, you guys can leave too. What's good for one is good for everyone else. So it looks like we have a bedroom. The Johnson family ideally likes 3 bedrooms, one for each of the kids, and then one for the adults, and one for the, sorry, 3 kids' bedrooms, 1 and 2 adults' bedrooms, one for them and one for Grandma. Oh, again? Seriously? Oh, that's right. The variable woman said that she left due to some unwanted guests. So I guess it was easier for her to sell the house than just to call in the exterminators. Okay, what do we got here? Just remove more dirt and the house will be perfect. Okay. Because I couldn't work that out on my own, guys. Now the bedroom, this one looks like a nice big bedroom that would have Jimmy Trader and Jack Tarrington going happy off the scales. Looks like another bathroom. Alright, trick with this house is we're going to have to take out the radiator, because the roaches like to get in behind the radiator. And if you don't take the radiator out, you can miss them and it can be quite awkward. So Jack Tarrington's a bit fussy about, actually I'm not complaining because I always take out the radiator in the bathroom. Turkey, come here. Right, there was 1 roach left in that one. Just get rid of that. This long range broom makes it a lot easier. And I did completely forget. Alright, I can't see it, so it must be on the furniture. Okay, so at the moment our student is being pushed down the list simply because everyone else likes the house even more than he does. Which is pretty much par for the course. Alright. Let's leave this room till we decide on the final buyer. The orange is so out of here it's not funny, but I don't want to deal with it just yet. I just want to do a really quick experiment. Okay, I already have a chair and a desk in there. So, if we're selling to Jack Tarrington, we can't really put anything in here. Actually, that's why I hate selling to him, because I don't get to play with the house and do it up. So I guess having crossed him off the list, I might ignore him completely. Otherwise, the minute I put something expensive in, he'll go silly and, you know, just go down the list. All right, the Johnson family like their clean windows. I guess with that many people in the house, you want to see what's outside too. So most houses I'll do a preliminary where I just run around and clean up everything. Put in the radiators that are missing. And just get a bit of a feel for the place. And also finish that section where the buyers shift around as you clean. Getting stuck on the lights. There we go. So as things get clean, we get to see who really has the most interest in the house because they're seeing it in a clean state. And the ones that are turned off by the dirt, you tend to see which of those would come up higher. So you just saw an appearance there by the Jan tarts, and they're a bit funny when it comes to clean. We'll put the radiators in en masse in a minute too. There is no buy money function for radiators, but that's okay. Alright, so we can keep this as an ensuite if we wish, or we can take out this door and turn this into an ensuite for the room on the other side. I think our map will allow it, yes. This also is a small room. If we were going to sell this to Raphael Urco, we would turn this into a center in. Alright, that room that he likes that only has space for someone to look, and I keep forgetting what it's called. So this room also, if I look at my mini map, tells me it backs onto the other room. So let me just check. Alright, so I have this room here. Okay, this is the larger room. We might make it the master bedroom, in which case we'll leave this bathroom facing this way. We can turn this one into a bathroom just by, I know, what's everyone's whining about me taking out the documents. That's right, they'll whine a bit more in a minute. So we're just going to put in a solid wall here. Always better to get this phase out before you actually start painting, because if you're anything like me, you'll forget to paint the new walls. So we're going to turn that small room there into a very small bathroom. For this room here. So this will be either a kids room or a guest room. So I guess we're not selling to anyone who's single and likes only one bedroom. I mean, we could, theoretically. Let's have a look at this. So for instance, if we wanted to sell it to the Smoth family, we would put in a family room here. Actually no, we'd put a family room in here because it opens out, and I would change those bathrooms around. We would put a children's bedroom in here, and we would put a master bedroom in here. That would keep the Smoth family really, really happy, but they would still whine about not having a separate lounge room, which we can't put in this house because at this point, at this point we are out of rooms. It's alright, I'm feeling minor disorientation here. I've got one room here. Oh no, wait a minute. We're not out of rooms, I've forgotten this one. Okay, no, we still couldn't put it in. So this has to turn into something as well. Alright, so that would be the Smoth family. If we're selling it to office dude there, we would probably keep this as a living room kitchenette. What is wrong with me today? Take out this room here, as in we would take out, actually we'll take these out anyway. So we turn this room into an office, but what I do is I take out that wall and take out the next bathroom, so he would have a fairly large office to play with. Actually, we might even take out that wall there and give him an extremely large office to play with, because that way he's got that entire space. We would turn this one into his bedroom, keep that as his ensuite, turn that into an office bathroom for guests, for his office clients. And I forget what we do with this one, but we do something with it. Alright, so that would be that. If we're selling it to Tarenton, we would put in 1, 2, 3 bathrooms here, and I would actually turn this one into a bathroom as well. We would make sure we had 2 bedrooms. In this case, we would have 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, so that would be fine. And we'd have to keep everything to an absolute minimum. I'd also put in a couch in the living room that was recognised as a bed. So that would keep Jack Tarenton happy, but everything would have to be minimalist. The Johnson family, they would buy this place, living room, kitchenette. We could manage 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms for them, and 4 bathrooms. That would keep them happy. And Student Changtois, I'm at a complete and total loss what I would do for him. So probably turn 1 room into a home library and take out that wall and turn this entire space into a large bedroom with a desk area. My problem is with the number of bathrooms this house has for him, so I don't think this is really his house. But that's kind of the approach. All I'm going to do to start with is just tidy up and think about it, because I haven't really targeted it to anybody at this point. Yeah. So, hey, hi Silly Sally, how you doing? So I'm kind of just thinking about what I want to do with, yeah, I just want to think about what I want to do with all of these guys, because the best part of House Flipper is it being a puzzle to try and work out your clientele. So just going to go in and put my radiators in. I mean, I could just go crazy and flip everything to the max and just see who comes out on top. Start a bit of a bidding war. That's always a bit fun to do too. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm doing fine today. It's a sunny Sunday in Canberra, so we're just chilling for the moment, although I've done a little bit of work already, so it's not too bad. Whoops, missed one. Take that one out. Go this way. So now I actually have to think about what I'm doing. I've done all the easy bits and I've got no idea what I want. Except I really hate these multiple lights. See, you might save money putting them in, but when you go to running them, that's when it gets expensive. I'd rather put in a single expensive light that throws good radiance than and runs more cheaply than all of this stuff in the world. Actually, I am going to put 2 in here though, having said all that. Interesting. I'm watching the shift in buyers simply because I just don't know what they're going to do. So we've cleaned the whole place up. So we've taken out the factor of what, oops, we've missed one. Taken out the factor of who would and wouldn't be interested in it based on how clean it is. There we go. The only other thing I've got to do is paint it under the architraves, under the door frames. So we're pretty good. Alright, I suppose I should get to work, shouldn't I? Oh, that's right. I have not broken the wall in order to put a bathroom in over here. So let's get that done. Just go with this. So we're not selling it to Raphael Urco, so we don't really need an insane. I will remember the word for that room eventually. the small room for self-contemplation. There you go. It's Sunday. Oops. So what we're going to do is make this a small bathroom. And actually what we'll do is do that first, simply because the we'll see what happens to the real estate agent. It's alright, I wanted to paint the door frames. Let's get this bathroom in. I've got no idea what colour scheme we're going to use either. It's that kind of a morning, really. Let's go into floor tiles. We could be extremely random. I don't know, I haven't played with light blue for a while. Let's play with that. The one thing all of our buyers have in common at the moment is that they all like light colours on their walls and all around. So that at least we can accommodate them with. So in our bidding war, we will stick to light colours and just see how we go. Dolan Trusk, he's whining about not having enough book space. I'm not putting book space in the toilet for him. I think what he's trying to hint at is that he'd like this room dedicated entirely to bookshelves or something. So we'll just get these buyers warming up and see how we go. We have 12 days to HGTV. 12. Or is it 11? Actually, it might be 11. I forget. 14th. We have 11 days till HGTV if you're in Australia. I am super excited. So that will be incorporated in this series when it comes through. Oops, try again. There we go. Okay, bathroom is nearly up. Oh man. You can paint, it's probably cheaper if you paint the walls, but I'm just going to get it done because the some of our buyers, I'm tempted to put a bookshelf in just to stop Dolan Trusk from whining, but I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be enough, so I'm just going to leave him over there to sulk about having another bathroom when he's single. Oh, that's right, Jack Tarrington, we would actually turn one of those, probably that little front room, into a sauna rather than an extra bathroom, probably a sauna and bathroom if we could manage it. But alright, light walls mean I'm doing white doors inside. Yeah, so because that's a big bonus point for him. So he goes on about having luxury, but then he turns around and wants a sauna as well. So that's interesting. There we go. Alrighty. We need a light switch, we need a light, we need sink and toilet and mirror. What am I doing? Installations, down for light switches. Just grab that, pop that over here. And I'm just going to go simple with the lights this time. We'll see how we go. There are so many interesting lights in here. This is overkill for this space. Oh, that's interesting. You just watch the buyers shift as you add things and you kind of get a vague idea of what they want. I'm going to put the sink over in here. It's a small space, but it doesn't have to be that tiny sink. It can actually be a nice sink. They've got a couple that will fit there. So we'll grab that plumbing system and pop it about there. And then I think we'll have a look at our sinks. There's two that come to mind. I think it's the Lamont and the Quergen. I'm probably going to say that wrong forever now. The Madarians, sorry. So the Madarians is one. And you're looking at this kind of thing. It's got a lot of storage, which is nice if you're selling it to a family. Your old-fashioned sink, we could probably, if we wanted to attract the Jan tarts, we could pop that in, but it would make the artist complain a lot. And this is the one I was actually thinking of putting in because it's such a small little bathroom. I was going to give it a small little sink. I think grey might actually go with the blue, maybe. You know, I actually like that contrast. Don't know what that says about me, but there you go. We could go with white as well because that would also fit. I'm just going to go... We'll go with the grey. I may regret this later. You can leave space for a rubbish bin. Just assemble that in. This has to be one of the sinks I use the most, but it's just such a nice little sink for fitting into small spaces. See, it just snugs in there really nicely. We'll put a Penteo trash bin in the corner. If I was looking at selling it to the art girl, I would probably try and squeeze a plant in that corner because she likes plants everywhere. And then we'll just put a toilet in over there. Got to put the plumbing in first. There is quite a bit of space in this little room. Let's have a look. Maybe we'll go with a toilet we haven't used. I used the compact in the other house. Let's go for the camo this time. Okay, if the whole toilet turned grey, you might have a go there. Like I said, these things are not very compact, and we just had a happy real estate agent for 3 bathrooms, perfect for lodges. He'll go nuts when you put in 4. I'm going to put a mirror in here before I forget. So into decorations, into mirrors, just makes it so much. That's pretty. Now I'm trying to work out where I could use it. I mean, I don't really want to use it in this bathroom. That's a mirror for a super bathroom, a deluxe bathroom. We're going to have to find an excuse to use that. That's really nice. Alright, in the meantime, grey, soft maple is the closest to that grey wood we had. Oh no, I take it back. I still think the soft maple is a better match. Let's have a look. Yeah. Alright, soft maple. And that is our very simple little bathroom. I feel like I should put something over in the corner. You know what else? I have forgotten things. I have forgotten the toilet roll holder, which is kind of important. I mean, I could go nuts and put a standing one in. I haven't used one of those before either. Actually, let's do that. That can fit over there. And then I guess while I'm here, what bathroom doesn't have a plant? You can... Okay, mine doesn't have a plant. I'll have to own up to that one. But anyway, you can pop in a plant. I suppose we could put in a chlorophytum if we wanted to. Blue. That does not look right. It looks very wrong. Let's not put that in there. What about a spathiphyllum? Okay, let's not put any plants in there. That just doesn't look right. The other thing I was thinking that maybe this bathroom would need is a shelf of some kind. I'm just trying to work out where I want to put it. Thinking if I move the light switch, I could fit one of these handy dandy kitchen cabinet thingies. Actually, we could turn it into a bathroom cabinet. These are too deep. Yep. So if I put that in, that's just massive. But if it's an ensuite, now they have space to put everything. The only question is, where am I going to put the light switch? Actually, I'll put it underneath. It'll be fine. 1 standard. Okay, now I'm happier with the bathroom. It looks a bit bulky, but tiny bathroom, ensuite. I can't stack toilet rolls on that, can I? No. Okay. That's that room done. Okay. So I guess what we might do, pardon me. Okay, let's try that again. Is we will have a look at this one. I'll deal with the light problem straight up. Here we go. Now, do I have a light switch in here? I don't know about you, but if I bought a place that didn't have light switches or lights, I might be a bit upset. Just a tad. Okay, now we can see what we're doing. The first thing we're doing is we're changing the door around because I much prefer the white door. Now Doll and Trusk is complaining about the hallway because we haven't got to it yet. Okay, this is the ensuite, so we're probably not going to put a laundry in here, but I think we really need to spruce up everything that's in here. So let's just get rid of the shower and the sink and the toilet. And actually we're going to rearrange how things look in here, so... Oh, there's the light switch. What's it doing over there? That's a silly spot for it. Okay. We are going to keep the shower in the corner. We're going to use a nice curved shower, which means I really need to work out the bathroom decor first. Otherwise I'll be having to stand on a pile of tiles to tile over the top of the shower. I mean, I probably should be using the shower anyway. We have light green, but I've got nothing on the floor that will go with it. We have white rectangles. I'm just looking for something different and light that I can use. I mean, normally I would go with either the blue or the 2 shades of yellow. The green for this bathroom might work, but I don't like it. It just doesn't look as nice as the classic brown, to be honest. Let's go with 2 shades of cream, which normally is not a colour scheme I like. Or we could stick with this mostly white. Okay, let's go with 2 shades of cream just to see what it looks like, and if I hate it, I'll do it again. Okay, that's the end of 2 shades of cream, because it's more like 1 shade of coffee, or 2 shades of coffee. Let's go with, it's just too dark for this little bathroom. We need a bigger bathroom to carry it. Let's have a look at our white swirls instead. It's a small bathroom, you need something light, otherwise the walls are just going to cave in. And that's the other problem with the 2 shades of cream, is it's too dark for the clients that we're looking at. Okay, I can live with this. This, though, really cries out for a more luxurious kind of bathroom. So we'll pop this bathroom in as well. And I'm thinking, see, the guys that like the sauna, of all the people that I would normally sell a sauna house to, Jack Tarrington is the only one on the board. And the student himself doesn't like them. He prefers hot springs. So it would be a minus point for him. So in our bidding war, we're just going to try and do up the house up to a standard where we see who. Oh really, a package of tiles would be useful. Alright, machine. So Reading room. Yep. That was for the when I was contemplating a library for the student. That would work, I think, even in this house, but I don't know if it would be enough to bring him up to the top. Okay, that will deal with that. Okay, shower time. Let's pop in one of those curved ones and get that done. Hopefully I won't end up stuck in the wall and having to do something different. Let's start with the cores for this one. We can go with the EDM for a different bathroom. I like using the different, just getting through the different bits of equipment that are there. This is one of the simpler ones to install. There we go. We will put the toilet in that back corner and we'll put the sink in the front corner, which may have actually been the way it was. No, it wasn't. It was the other way around. I'm actually going to stick with the toilet stand for this house, so that'll be interesting. I may get some complaints from Jack Tarrington that the tenants will take whatever's not nailed down, but maybe they won't. Okay, this bathroom, I could go with the camo again. Actually, let's just kind of stick with the same kinds of fittings for each bathroom as we go through. We could give them a bigger sink though. I think we might go with the Lamont for this one. Pop that as central as we can. Take this off, or I'll be wondering why my sink isn't going in. It's a Shannon, not a Lamont. Actually, I prefer the Shannon. Let's go with the Shannon. We've got swirls on the wall, so you know what? I think we may... Okay, no, we won't do that. We'll go with the grey top. Now the other thing is with the wood in the bathroom, that will also be attracting the Jantarts, although they're not on the screen yet. Wow, we just got the Johnsons to shoot to the top. It's because they have a big family, and oops, that was daft. Let me just plug that. Forgot my sequencing. Now I'm going to have to clean the floor. Slide that in. Just clean up in there. There we go. Everyone's happy again. Yep, the grey top does match the walls. The grey bottom would have been too much, which means I want a different colour tile. For the floor, just something, if I can get it, maybe a grey. I think the grey squares are wrong. The 3D won't work. That's a 3D as well. I don't want to do whirls on the floor and the wall. So it's either the ceramic tiles grey or the ceramic tiles white grey. Let's have a look at this. If I don't like it, I can always change it. Oops. Nope, that will do. It's light enough. And we'll put in the door as well. I want it to open into the small space on the wall. Now, I also have a, we need to put no expensive furniture in the hallway. Dolan, you're very confused there. Right. We also need to have a heater in this room for towels because there's a shower in here. There are no kind of separate towel rails that you can put in, that just this one here. So you don't really have an option for doing a non-heated towel rail. Maybe that's just an Australian thing, but I thought that was pretty standard to have different sorts. We could put hooks in though, I guess, if we didn't want to have towel rails, so that would work. Let's pop in a wicker basket, and I'm just trying to remember. I think it's under accessories and containers. Yep, wicker laundry basket. I mean, that would go with that coffee coloured tile. Okay. Just going to put that there. Grab our ubiquitous Panteo. Pop that over there. Okay, we have. Just hopefully no one will put their clothing in the rubbish bin because that would be a bit awkward. Forgot the toilet roll holder again. So we'll just duck back into the bathroom and grab that. Okay. Open that out. And I'm also going to put a floor mat in this one. So we'll just go down to floor and we'll go to rugs. And there should be a round white rug. Okay, the other thing I've forgotten is bathroom cabinets and mirrors. So let's go with a mirror to start with. Okay, go with the maple to match the cupboard. Should just lift that up a bit so you can see your head and not your neck. Okay, so the only space I've got for a cupboard is above the toilet right there. So let's see if we can put a cupboard in on there. The kitchen seems to have the best bathroom cabinets. I just don't like the colour. I'm looking for I'm looking for the timber effect again. So I think I'll just duck back up to the one I had before. I think there's... Okay, there is a double hanging cupboard and it does come in grey wood. That will do. But it is a little bit big for that space. Okay. So this just might be a case of mind your head. And I'll just grab that and bring it up a little bit. Okay, that is too high. We'll just bring that down. Theoretically, you should be able to see yourself in the mirror there. Alright, what do we got? That's it. Bathroom 2 is done. So right now I've got the Johnsons at the top in my bidding war. I'm thinking this is going to be bathroom 3. Yeah. And again, I need a light circuit. I'll just take that out. And I forgot to do the window. Oh dear. That's going to mess up my calculations. What happens when I clean this place? Well, everyone's happier. We have a door. And we need a light, that's right. Lamps and ceiling. So just quickly go through. I think this session is all about the bathrooms. I didn't actually start with that intention. I don't need an aircon in here. Oops. So at the moment we have a bidding war between the Johnsons and the Smoths. And Jack Tarrington's just quietly standing there in the corner. What happens when I take out the bathtub? The interesting thing is when you see which of these families prefers the bathtub and which of them prefers the shower. So the Jantarts, for instance, I thought preferred the bathtub, but they might not. At the moment, I think they're grumpy about the fact. Actually, we'll take that out as well. That's the washing machine. That's going to stay there because that's the sink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bathtub install, and then I'm going to take the bathtub out and do a shower install. And I just want to see which clients change levels. So this bathroom is going to be a nice blue, I think. I've done that. ceramic white. Yep. So we're just going to grab our dark blue tile and go with that. We're also going to grab, the toilet is not going to end up there. Grab our wall tiles and get those done. I know this is one of my typical colour schemes, so we're good. Usually it doesn't matter if you tile in behind the windows in the same way that it matters when you paint in that small space over here. I do it anyway, that way I don't forget next time I come across a window with a paintbrush. What I wish though is that I could have just this top bit as plain or plain with a single stripe, and sometimes I manage it, not today. So there's not a lot you can do about that. Oh, thanks. You know, I like they have added new objects to the game. The tiles are still a little bit limited, but they've expanded the floor coverings, so you've got a lot more carpet options, which is really good. And they've expanded the furniture options as well, not the bookcases, but pretty much you've got more beds and more cupboards. The kitchen options are much bigger as well than they used to be, so they've done a lot of work in the last couple of months. They've added in new occasional furniture as well, so you can put your house up for Christmas or for Valentine's Day. But I love this game. The puzzle aspect of it is probably my favourite part. But I've always kind of come to it when I wanted to turn, you just change something. It's relaxing just to change something that looks trashy into something that's really nice and habitable. And the extra challenge of making it specifically for a set of people is, I think, one of my favourite parts. You're not just flipping it for the sake of flipping it, you're flipping it for a particular client. So I tended to like to choose my clients to start with, and then try and actually flip for a particular client, and I don't always make it. Sometimes I fail very spectacularly, but I always manage to sell it to someone. So it's not a complete fail. And I love watching the comments on the side. There's some snarkiness coming from that lovely elderly couple, for instance. It's like the minute they say, "Oh, this house is so tidy," you know that you've missed a piece of rubbish, or your paint jar is empty, or it's like, I just wish they'd say what they meant. All right, we're going to leave that side of the house, the thing. We are going to put in, oh gosh, how are we going to do this? All right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go sink, washing machine, and toilet. Although I'm really tempted to put the washing machine in under the window so you could look out the window while you're doing it. That would be more fun. Let's do that. It's one of my favourite bits of the game is working it out. You know what, if I put it too far over, I'm going to mess up my bath space. Alright, let's pop this in here and get this going. Washing machine in the bathroom items. And away we go. So I think this will probably be my last room for this session, and I'll have to do the next bathroom tomorrow. Probably it'll be the last bathroom too. That has an interesting effect on the buyers as well. 3 bathrooms, a lot of them will tolerate, and some, like the Smoth family, prefer 2 but will go to 3. But 4 bathrooms, you start to cut the number of clients out who want the house, because they get a bit snippy about having too many extra bathrooms. Alright, so let's make them recognize this as a bathroom. So I probably have to put a sink in. It's a fairly large space actually. I might just take that out. Oh, now they're grouchy again. They'll get over it. Installations, and we'll go straight down to sinks. Give it a little bit more space on that side than it had. You'll also notice that I put the washing machine in and now Jack Tarrington has dropped, and I can't remember if that's because it's too expensive for him or because the Jantarts like washing machines more than he does. Right, we did a Shannon in the other bathroom, and actually I'm inclined to do that again. I just like the cupboard space. It's a blue bathroom, so I guess we'll give it we'll go for this soft maple look throughout the house. Pop that in. That should fit inside that space. It doesn't look like it, but that's because the frontage of the sink is actually pushed out until you fit it underneath, and then after that you can see exactly how much space it's going to take. So it looks like it's going to protrude beyond the door, but I think we'll find once we tuck the sink in that it's going to actually fit in behind that space. So there we go. So my main problem here is we cannot put the toilet in that little space there. It's currently being recognized as a laundry room. Let's just put a mirror in and disabuse it of that notion. What did I put in? I put in a Shannon. So duck down to decorations. You do not have to match your mirrors to your bathroom, so I could, if I wanted to, put in this mirror instead, which I might. Let's just back up so I can have a look. I don't really like the dark grey, but I like the size of the mirror, so we might just leave that one in there for the moment. It's still a laundry room. It's not allowed to still be a laundry room. Alright, we're going to put a bathtub in here and then see what the machine makes of it. Actually, hang on. I'll just walk out and walk back in. Nope, still a laundry room. Alrighty, we need a bathtub because I want to see which clients prefer baths to showers. That's an old-fashioned one. That would be deliberately targeted at the Jantarts. So I'm just going to go for... There is a plain bathtub in here somewhere. There it is. Again, this looks like it protrudes beyond the door, but in actual fact it'll come back in. So I might put this right at this end. Yep, let's put this right at this end. Okay, so we've just had the Johnson family go right to the top. The minute you put a shower or a bathtub in, it becomes a bathroom. What I'm going to do in a minute is take this, after I assemble the jolly thing, I'm going to take the entire thing out just to see which clients prefer what, because that will help me next time I want to build a design for a specific client. If I know if they prefer a bath over a shower, I can tweak the preferences just a little bit by what I put in. Alright, so if I put in a bathtub, I get this organisation. So Johnson's, Smoth's, Real Estate Agent, Trusk, and the Jantarts. They'll all sulk because I've put in I've taken out the bathroom as far as they're aware. So the next thing is we'll pop in a shower down in that corner off that wall. Just move back. And I'll just put this one in, and if we get more likes for it, we'll leave it. I'm going to go for the curve again. I like the curve. Just see if the bathroom likes the curve. There we go. Drop that down. Get my option for assembling. Alright, so everyone likes the bathroom, but let's see who likes the shower most. Alright, so out of that, the only order, we didn't get any change in order whatsoever. Well, that's just annoying. That means I actually have to think about what I want in here. That's just not on. Okay. I'm actually thinking we'll stick with the bathtub. We'll be good. Which means I have to put it back in. Alright, here we go. But it doesn't have to be the same one. I'm just going to pop this about... Actually, if I do the same one, I've got room for a toilet at the end. Yep, we'll do that. It's about as snug as I can get it. Technically, I don't like the way it's sticking out over the doorway by a tiny little bit, but that's okay. Should still have this here. Alrighty, away we go. So yes, there are times when I'll just do a house how I feel like it, but I'll try and work out what differences happen when I do, and what worked for one client but didn't work for another. So pop that in. Everyone's happy. Personally, I wouldn't be too happy about what I'm about to do with the toilet, but that's fine. And that is, I'm going to squeeze it into this tiny little space at the end of the bath. Now, normally you would think a compact would be a winner for this space, but I think the compact toilets are huge. So we're going to put in a normal, old-fashioned, standard, actually. Yeah, let's go with the standard this time, which will fit. And if I just move it a tiny bit that way, we'll be able to get the toilet roll holder in beside it. I think we're probably going to have to go with one from the wall and not the one that we've been using. So let's have a look at this one. That'll fit. Out of curiosity, would this have fitted if I decided on it? No, not a hope in Hades. Excellent. So let's just go through here and pop this slightly to the front, because who wants to be reaching around behind themselves? The other thing we haven't got in here is bathroom cabinets and laundry baskets. So the laundry basket's pretty easy to fit. Accessories and containers, and just go with the white. What was I saying about the laundry basket being easy to fit? Oops, my bad. I'm just going to pop it there. I'm probably not going to put a Pt1-All trash can in here today. And it's probably the room that needs it most. You know what, the Pt1-All will fit in this corner over here. Alright, what do we got? You know how we've got those round rugs that are really good for bathrooms? I'm kind of thinking we need a long, skinny rug that looks like it belongs in a bathroom. So, I mean, this definitely not. Oh, what about the oblong rug? Fluffy grey. Okay, definitely not, because it won't fit. It's a bit upsetting. What else have I got? That's another long rug navy. That probably is a definite no. Oh my god. No, let's not do that to anybody. Alrighty, what else have we got in here? The green rug does not come with white. And I don't think I want to put this in here, but let's have a look and see. You know what, I can live with that. Fine, we'll put the rug in. Some carpets on the floor. Now you'll notice that Jan Tarts love their carpets. The other thing we haven't got in here is a towel rail. Alright, I want to put cupboards above the laundry machine, the washing machine. And this time, if it's going to be a house with kids, I should probably have cupboards that lock. So okay, we'll do that. I was going to use just the open. Oops, let's go with grey. I was just going to use the open cupboard, but then I thought, kids, they climb. That's a cupboard. They'll go for that, no problems. Little rodents. All right, which means the towel rail has to go above the bathtub, which is not the best place for a towel rail, but anyway, it will fit just nicely right there. Let's pop this in. Oh wow, I can move it anywhere I like. Let's not do that. So the one thing I haven't done in any of these bathrooms that I need to do is I haven't put blinds in. So I think once I've done the last bathroom, we'll come back and put blinds in all of them. But that is our second last bathroom. Pretty complete. Where's my light switch? See if I can get a shot of it for the thumbnail. There we go. Maybe try that way as well. Okay, so that's all of that. So we have one. Here. The one thing about bathrooms is you can never get a really nice screenshot of them. Oops. There's just, not if you want the light on, there's just not enough space in there. So that's okay. That's why I don't use them very often. Let's grab this and we'll have the door opening onto the bathtub rather than the sink. That way, oops, well that doesn't look too good, but anyway, that way we won't be wiping out, hopefully, anyone who's standing there. Mind you, the door will probably go right through them. And here, I'll just grab a screenshot of this one. There we go. Right, so that is 3 bathrooms. The real estate agent is still interested. The Jantarts are not so interested, but they prefer a house with 3 rooms, so that's not surprising. The Johnson family is very interested. So this is going to be another bathroom, possibly, although with the Johnson family at the top, that might need to be a kids' room as well. No, it can be a bathroom. So tomorrow when we start, we're going to start with the bathroom, and then we're probably going to do a children's room, which will take out Dolan Trusk entirely because he hates kid stuff. We'll do a master bedroom in here, because you probably don't want to put your kids in a room with an external door. And we'll do another children's room in here. So there'll be 2 children's rooms, 4 bathrooms. I'm not quite sure where Grandma's going to bunk. We might turn this end space here into a room for Grandma. So 2 of the kids are going to have to share. Grandma will get her own space, and we'll keep this space here as a living room kitchenette, but we'll shrink the kitchen to a smaller size. And that will work, and we will target the Johnsons with this house. So there you go, that is where we're at, and I think that is where we'll leave it for today. Thanks very much for being with us, and I'll check you all later tomorrow. If you like the episode, please hit like, and if you would like to see more, please hit subscribe. Take care out there. I'll see you around.